None of this is accidental. The boss man in the big house has been lying to me. Something is wrong with this system. This is the moment freedom begins. The moment you realize someone else has been writing your story, and it's time you took the pen from his hand and started writing it yourself.
My name is Hailey Fudus, and this is my son Dayyan, Nkosanati Fudus, and my daughter Tajalli Dayyan. I'm from California, and I live in South Africa with my husband Malibongwe. He is Xhosa, and he does have certain cultural practices in his family and whatnot. For example, when we got married, we also had the makoti, which is the bringing in of the bride, which is the traditional Xhosa ceremony. And my family, you know, I was raised on the beach in Southern California, surfer kid, very different than he was. We look very different, but we're actually quite similar.
I knew she was the one. For almost 2 years, we kept in touch through email, the phone, and throughout that we were talking marriage things, like how many children you want to have, where do you want to live, you know, career goals, and we found that all of them kind of merged, and I think that reinforced our love for each other. You know, marriage is more than just the joining of two souls. It's coming together of two families. And in our case, two cultures, two races. In order to maintain unity in the family and build unity, it's very important to have that consent and blessing from both sides of the family.
My grandfather is upper middle class white American man. Birds of a feather should flock together, that's what he used to say. He'd actually say that. And when I told him that Malibongwe and I were engaged, he was very upset. He said, "I can't accept this." And it was really heartbreaking for me because I love him very much, but it was very painful. However, he had never met Malibongwe, and I was living with my grandparents, doing my teaching credential when we got engaged. And so then Malibongwe actually came to California to meet my family. And when he actually met him and recognized him as a person rather than as a black man, and got to know him on an individual level, and saw how intelligent he was and how well-spoken, how his English was actually better than mine, and what a special guy he was, that kind of his stereotype or his narrow-minded approach to the situation kind of started to melt. And he even had told me before he met Mali that he wasn't coming to the wedding and all these things. So it was really hurtful. But slowly he started to melt. And by the day we got married, not only did he come to our wedding, but he's sitting there, you know, watching the ceremony. He starts to cry. And my grandmother, she told me, she said, "That's the first time I've seen your grandfather cry since over 50 years. When their children were young was the last time she'd seen him cry." But this was tears of happiness, you know. And when it was time for us to kiss, he's like, "Kiss her already!" So we had just seen my grandfather transform because he saw that our relationship was very genuine and built on a very solid foundation of love and spirituality. And he knew it was going to work too, which he didn't ever see that concept ever working. So once he saw us working so well, his heart just really melted. It was really special. Because we've brought together two cultures and two colors and two nations, they'll innately have a deep understanding of different types of people very easily. So as they grow, my hope for them is that they inspire others to broaden their minds and really live in this world to a higher capacity than has been done before.
We'd like to hope that they will recognize that service to humanity is their role on earth.